Alexa can pretty much speak in the voice of your dead loved one.
So weird. Hey, you
Hello.
did
Cut
say
you
you
off.
couldn't start it without the laughter.
I'm sorry, but we just so dysfunctional sometimes, so it just be like that.
That is that is true. If only people knew what happened right
Oh,
before like we start recording.
every time, yeah. It probably wouldn't even like surprise them at this rate.
Yeah, probably not. Because I also noticed we didn't do like a video test either. Because you might want to back up just like a little bit if you can.
I told you I've been so anxious today. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Just for the people who might be watching the YouTube video, is that this one might be a little different because I might not cut out the video like I normally do. And you might see this annoying little pop-up that just keeps asking me if I'm speaking and to unmute myself. So I
Oh my
apologize.
goodness. That is hilarious. Uh, Anywho, how have you been? I'm feeling good vibes from your way, so something tells me that
Oh, you are? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, I guess I'm okay. Something I don't know why you asking me that just made me think about something that I wanted to like briefly like mention, not going into like too much detail or whatever, but you
okay.
know I always do that. But so as you know, and not our viewers, but like I recently received an award at work.
Woo! Congratulations.
And I don't know, and this might like sound weird, but like it's kind of like related. And the reason why I want to bring it up is because when it happened, like my first thought was just kind of like damn, like I really wish that my dad was here to hear the story and just like see that I was like presented with this opportunity and stuff like that. And
Such a
um
heroic moment.
yeah, and it kind of sucked because I feel like he would be, just because you always feel like parents are always like proud of you and whatever, but like it would just be
Yeah.
nice to like hear or like have that recognition and stuff. And me, I try not to like think too much about it because I don't want to
hmm
get
Get off
too
on your feelings.
exactly.
Yes, I know what you mean. That's like when I was promoted into my new position. And it was just, I wanted to see my mom be proud of me.
Right.
Like, it's like that actual validation from them, opposed to just, yeah, we know they're our parents, they would be proud of us. But when you're actually like getting that validation to really be like, I see that she's or he's proud of me, or I can hear that they're proud of me. That
Yeah.
makes a total difference. But just like I tell people that we support, you have to just know they're there at all times and they see you. You just can't see them.
Right. And I wonder too if like, cuz like nobody said anything to me about it, and like I wonder if people are just like either like afraid to say anything, so like, well, I don't know, that's like kind of weird, or if it just like doesn't cross like a lot of people's minds, except for I had posted it on Facebook, and one of my dad's friends actually like commented and said something in regards to, he's like proud of you like up in heaven or whatever.
Aw.
And I was like, that should have me all teary-eyed because I'm like, well,
Aw.
I was like, somebody actually like said something that like I was kind of like hoping that like I would hear from someone.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. It was just like it was like kind of weird.
Damn, I feel like, why didn't I say that? I should know at anybody, but I because I try not to think about it as well, like you
Right.
do.
Yeah.
So you definitely wasn't going to get that comment from me. I'm sorry.
No, and that's totally fine. And because like I do act very like weird about it, so like I can totally
hmm
understand why people like wouldn't even want to like,
Mention anything?
yeah, not at all. So
Yeah. No, that's true.
I don't know.
But nonetheless, I'm proud of you, anyways. So you may not have your dad here to confirm, but I'm here.
Well, thank you, and I
You're welcome.
appreciate that.
Better.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to mention that just because, it's been years since, but it doesn't mean that, when something big in your life happen not it's not really that big, but like when something
No, it's
happens.
a big thing, in my opinion. I think so. When you receive an award at work as an adult, and it's not like a paper award, it's the actual award for
Yeah.
something heroic, I think that's really nice. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true. Except, fun fact, I just found out today that all my employees hate me because I got the award. But anyways,
Well, tell them to get like Cassie.
yeah, it's the whole like, well, why didn't we get one? But it's like,
You
anyways,
didn't do what I did.
exactly.
Anywho,
We won't get into that.
whatever. Whatever.
Um,
You celebrate and be proud.
well, thank you. I am.
You're welcome.
But all right, so I kind of like derailed that whole fun intro. But before we start really like getting into the nitty gritty, are you doing okay?
I don't know if y'all can tell, but my energy is really up right now. Um, I'm feeling good, and that doesn't mean everything's going good. I just want to share that. It's a little bit of a facade, you know.
Hmm.
Um, I still have fiascos going on in the background of life, but overall, I would say today's been a really good day, and I feel good. And you're smiling at me, and it makes me feel like I need to smile even more. But no, I feel I if I haven't
Right.
already said it 100 times, I feel pretty good today, and I'm happy about it. I'm sure part of the reason is because I'm also about to get a day off from work. Not that I work every single day, but I'm someone who appreciates my days off. So
Hear you on that.
yeah. But thank you for asking. I'm just marvelous over here.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad because you need your rest and your day off tomorrow because we have a lot of fun, exciting things coming up. So,
Yes, this is gonna be a great time of year right now for us. So
yes, July is
um,
a super packed month, and I'm
celebratory,
it
super
is
celebratory.
in all aspects except for the fact that at the end of the month is when I have to celebrate my dad's 5 years, but that's neither here nor there. So
Yeah, you're right.
it's gonna start off really great, but it's gonna end pretty shitty.
But then we have a new month to go into and start fresh again.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, yes. We always make it through.
We do somehow, but
Yes.
anyways,
So for the month of July, what are some things that are happening in July that we can talk about?
yes. So some of the, well, I would say fun things, but not so much fun things, but as we like to start kind of like our new episode of the month is going over, things that we should recognize in that month, and
Hmm.
some things for us that I feel like kind of relate to, what our podcast is about and what we talk about is the first one will be that this month is National Bereaved Parent Month.
What is
Um,
that, Cassie? Tell us.
so at first, my like first thought, obviously, because my situation, I was thinking that meant like, kids who grieve the loss of their parents.
Right.
But it's actually the reverse of that. So it's the parents that are grieving the loss of their children.
Hmm.
So
How can you tell which is harder? Oh my goodness.
yeah, I don't know, but
You
it's
can't even
just
compare.
no, I really don't think you can. But it's just super sad that that's even something that like happens enough to where they actually have like a month dedicated to.
The awareness of it. Yeah.
That's it's absurd. But with all of these crazy ass school shootings and senseless acts of violence and stuff, like
Yeah,
it's crazy.
it is.
It's just
But
absurd.
it's hard that we have to actually accept that as life today,
Yeah, definitely.
you know?
But at least there's awareness out there for it, so that there is like groups and help out
Hmm.
there that people can receive. So I think that's the important takeaway from that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What else we got going on?
So then the next thing is that it is actually Sarcoma Awareness Month, which is
What is sarcoma, Cassie?
what is up with you today? Oh god. So to get technical, it's a general term that's used to refer to a broad group of cancers that begin in the soft tissue and bones.
Gotcha.
So it can include anything from tissues supporting like body structures, muscle, fat, blood vessels, nerves, tendons, and even the lining of your joints. So
Mm,
those sound like all pretty painful cancers.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Very painful. Oof.
Yeah. No, I don't know. So not something that um, that I don't think my dad's cancer was clarified as.
Mhm.
But again, it's a good thing that they have all these different things because there are so many different kinds of all this shit out there. So
Ugh, I know.
you
It's,
really
like,
have
never
to have
ending.
no, unfortunately not. So you have to have
Mhm.
the specialties because it's needed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Um, and then
Don't worry, I
there's
won't ask you what it is, but what else you got?
well, you can present the next one if you remember.
Yeah, you know my memory right now, but I'm gonna say the next one is, minority mental health awareness,
Ding ding ding.
which, I'm just gonna have a gripe for a second because didn't we just speak about mental health awareness in May?
We did.
Why do minorities have to have a whole separate month? I'm just saying. We are
Yeah.
all people, which, you know, I get, there's people out there that are pro black and pro whatever culture and things like that. But at the end of the day, mental health awareness is mental health awareness. But anywho, I will continue to support July in being Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. It is something that I've grown up in the Black community to not be really spoken about with
Mhm.
mental health awareness. Even I've realized people with special needs in the like Black community are, not treated any differently, which is not a bad thing. But it's not a good thing either because people aren't being mindful of what those children may need, that they need more of something than non-special need children may need.
Mhm.
So it could be good to treat them as if they don't have special needs, but you can't truly, you know, allow them proceed in life without their special needs being addressed as well. So
Yeah.
and then even like, a lot of people in the Black community, because that's where I can speak from in the minority culture,
Mhm.
go to church. They don't necessarily go to therapy.
Yep.
Therapy, like if you go to therapy, you're seen as like, she go to therapy. She got a therapist. But you know what? I'm one of those people that go to therapy and have a therapist, and I'm pretty fucking okay. So
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there. But we can elaborate into that further in the month. But I can see why it has its own separate time. But me personally, with being someone who is just kind of like people are people and mental health is just such a big thing.
Right.
Um, it's, I guess, in this country, we're always going to have something to divide in some way. So,
Unfortunately, but it could
ugh,
be a good benefit too. I feel like, you know, people go through like different situations and stuff and,
absolutely.
helpful to have things that are focused on it because not everybody like myself can understand, certain things that you might go through or,
Hmm.
whatever. So,
Absolutely. And we
you
could talk about that in another episode. I'm down for that.
yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But what I do want to talk about is
Uh-oh.
this topic you had brought up. And I'm just going to be straightforward with it. It's weird as fuck. Okay.
It is. I don't know
Um,
why I always run into like all these like weird ass articles.
because you're the sciencey background person, so it makes a little more sense.
I guess it's in my
Just saying.
algorithms.
All right. Yeah, exactly. So we have, I don't even, I'll let you take over. I'm just going to start it off.
Oh.
But, I'll let you take over and I'll jump back in. But pretty much Alexa, our homegirl Alexa, you could, hey Alexa, remind me at 5:30 to take out the trash, Alexa. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Alexa can pretty much speak in the voice of your dead loved one.
So weird.
And I just have been wanting this all my life. Get the hell out of
Oh.
here with that crap. I like literally one of their demo runs for this
Mhm.
was having a little kid say, Alexa, read me such and such in my grandma's voice.
Oh god.
to read him like a bedtime story or a story in his dead grandmother's voice.
Why did it have to be a little kid though?
Why does it have to be a thing?
Well, that's a bigger question.
You know? And just breezing through, like kind of just skimming through some articles, it's like for one, a few of the articles are like it's like fucking creepy and morbid, which
Ew.
I completely agree with.
Coming from me, I think that says a lot because I'm involved in this kind of shit like on a daily, and I still don't want anything to do with it.
Right, but they're like, "Oh, it's to hold memories." Do we not just use our phones for memories anymore? Because we
Yeah.
used to not have phones for memories, and we used to only have those Polaroid cameras where you just shake the shit out the little thing, you save the picture type of thing,
Mhm.
or you go and get pictures printed, or you have, even I have old family VHS videos,
Same.
from back in the day. Like, do we not just record things and then go back to that recording? Like, I really don't want a new clip of my mom talking about something that she never even talked about before she died. So why would I want to hear her like, "Mom, talk to me about COVID. What are your thoughts?"
I know.
You know
It's
what I mean?
right. No, I don't this shit is it's so weird to me because, like, okay, so I was very crazy, like, a while ago. For me, it's a little different because my dad lost his voice way before he
Mhm.
left. So, I remember that I had to, like, change my phone, but, like, I refused to because I had too many memories on it, and I just, like, whatever, like, I'll use, like, the shitty ass phone for as long as forever. Um,
Right.
but I actually ended up buying, like, a little, like, voice recorder, and I played all of, like, the voicemails and stuff that he had left me, and I still have that recorder with, like, all those voicemails to this day.
Right.
But again, that's completely different because those are messages that, like, he left me when he was actually here, he was present, like, he was acting on, like, current, like, thoughts and feelings or whatever. That's not me, like, wishing that, like, I can still hear his voice. Like, okay, so full circle here. When I just mentioned that I would love to hear that my dad was, like, proud of me for this award,
Mhm.
I don't think I'd wanna say, "Hey, Alexa," like, have my dad tell me that, like, he's proud of me. Like, I don't really know
Yeah.
how it's, like, designed to, like, work, but, like, that shit is just, like, mad weird. Like, I don't think I could handle that, like, mentally. Like, I'd be really fucked in the head if I was like
Right. But it's like it was saying it's pretty much like you mentioned, it's algorithms. Like they take previous recordings of the deceased voices
Mhm.
and then they use the little computerized whatevers to be able to formulate new words from their previous recordings.
Yeah.
So you still are going to have like computerized or robotic kind of like tone within there
Yeah.
that is so not natural. And they're like, well, so many people have lost members during COVID. So many people have lost members during World War II. Like,
And every other day. Yeah,
thank
I
you.
know.
And it's like, so let me give this recording of my loved one to be able to be played through Alexa rather than just play this recording of my loved one. Like, like, like you said, saying something new is weird.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess, like, I don't
I
know.
can't even I can't even, like, be okay with it. I'm just not.
I don't either. I mean, I guess maybe I can kind of see, like, a few people who would really like to hear that,
Oh,
but,
I'm
like,
sure, yeah.
I don't know. I just find it is very weird, it is very creepy, and it's like, I don't know. It's just a very hard concept for me to put my head around, and, like, why was this someone's thought at Amazon, and they were just like, "You know what? I just lost my mom today, and I wanna hear everything that she, would tell me, and I'm just gonna make Alexa figure out how to talk like my mom did." Like, what?
Technology is great and all, but um, we still have to have our limits and our boundaries, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like cloning. Like, that's not okay.
right, and they were talking about that back when we were in like what elementary school, sixth grade,
Yeah,
middle
with
school, with
Dolly?
the sheep. Yeah,
Dolly?
so and that's already trippy enough, and
Yeah.
that's we're not going to talk about how many years ago that was, but if y'all know Dolly, then you already know.
Right.
But this is like a whole new wave, and it just is a little too extreme. I understand, like you said, I understand I understand what they're trying to do
Do you though?
a little bit. Um, I understand a little bit of what they're trying to do if it's with good intentions,
Mm.
but like the next thing I feel like you're gonna hear about is my grandma just started talking to me out of nowhere and I didn't even ask Alexa to play anything or, like
Girl, can you imagine if I'm just sitting here chilling, like, trying to go to sleep or something, and this bitch just starts talking to me out of nowhere?
oh my goodness.
Because it's like, okay, like, is this to, like, ask them to, like, say things to you, or is this, like
Yes.
okay, so it's not like changing Alexa's voice to be that person.
I haven't gotten that far. I'm not really sure, but I know that you pretty much can ask. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna kind of be like that then
Both
because
people.
I know you can ask Alexa. Like I said, he asked Alexa to read that book in his
Yeah,
grandmother's
right.
voice.
So weird.
So
I don't know. I don't know.
just
I
even
don't know.
going through the process of setting that up though, like
Right, like, that's so mentally draining, like, I don't know. I'm curious to hear what y'all have to think about this because I can't really wrap my head around it, and I wanna know if there's people that would actually, like, partake in this, and
I'd like to know as well, to be completely honest, because um I am standing firm on how I feel about this. I have no intentions on changing my mind on how I feel about this because it's just different and weird. And maybe a part of it is just to like our age, where we grew up in a time where technology was about like, getting more into like a boom state. And we know stuff before technology was really taking over.
right.
So for me, that's like, I feel like I'll forever live like that because that's how I grew up. Where, yeah, I'm down with the technology. I'm not down with everything with the technology, but if I
Mhm.
need to figure something out, I got it and can deal with it. And if it's a new transition that we have to use to live our day to day lives, I can pick it up and figure it out. That's not a problem. But
Right.
when it comes to stuff like this,
Yeah.
no. This is where I'm like, okay, I'll say it. I was born in the 80s and this shit ain't cool. Like, I'm not going to be down with this. And nothing against anybody who was born after people in the 80s, but I have to set my limits and my boundaries when it comes to this type of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, it's just too weird for me.
Yeah, I'll keep my videos in my phone, find my mom in there and laugh at whatever she has going on in the video and I'll pull up my videos of Chewy. Alexa, make Chewy bark. Like,
Oh, I wonder if it works for animals too.
don't test them a good time.
I don't know. It's just really weird. I don't really
It
have any other
is.
thoughts on it than that.
I don't either, but I really am interested in hearing others' thoughts because then, just like how we had mentioned that July is Parent Bereavement Month,
Mm.
and then you think of the deceased being a child.
Oh, shit, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the main example I was giving was a grandparent, but it could be anybody who's deceased. So it's just weird.
Right.
Like it's just really weird. But
I don't know.
we're not here to agree with everything that's going on in the world. So, you know. But like you said, I want to know what some of y'all are thinking about this because it's different. And I'm not going to judge you for how you feel. I'm just going to let you know that if you don't feel the same as me, that's okay. But I'm not changing how I feel.
Right, because like you mentioned, like, going through, like, old recordings or videos or, like, whatever memorabilia you have, like, that's something that you do, like, in your if you're in, like, a mood or something and you wanna, like, go through that stuff, that's not just, like, an
Yes.
everyday you have this thing in your house where, like, whenever you ask a question or something, it can just sit here and fucking,
Right.
like, I don't know, it's a little
Grandma, tell me about the time in 1950 when you were, "Well, dear,"
can you
I'd
imagine?
be like,
I don't know. I don't know,
"We'll
man.
see how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see."
That's pretty much all I have on that one.
So, yes, people, Alexa can speak in the voice of the deceased, and, even if you're someone who wants to try it out, let us know too, because I'm actually just curious as to how this whole thing is going to be executed, um, from getting the voice uploaded to it actually coming out of the Alexa little speaker thing or whatever. And yeah, I'm just curious if anyone actually will be a part of that. Because I do want to know, even though I don't like it.
Same. We wanna hear your thought process.
Yes, and continue to tune in to our episodes. We have some topics coming up. We're going to go a little further into depth too on some of these awareness topics. So that way you can just kind of stay in the loop as to what's happening in the month of July.
Yes. Again, great month, but a bad month, so,
It's a
just
long month, but you
sure
know
is.
what? We're already halfway through the year and we have nowhere to look but up. And to keep the year good, we have our ebbs and flows, but we always make it through.
We sure do. As always, the wise words of Amanda.
Thank you, Cassie.
You
Well,
are
after
welcome.
that generous statement, we do appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode with your girls here. And we look forward to y'all tuning in to our next episode and episode and episode after each episode.
We
Sorry.
sure do. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.